Hey YouTube, welcome back, and in today's video we're going to be making a tutorial mod in Kade community, and enough talking, let's get right to it. So we have our link right here. It's pretty easy to find. You can just look up Kade community on Google and you'll find it, but to start off, we have two options to get our source code. The first one, the one I do most of the time, is downloading our zip, and I already downloaded it. It's in this nice little folder right here. But our second option is to go to releases and download our source code from one of these releases, but I wouldn't recommend doing it at this point in time. Maybe 1.9.3, but yeah, so I already have it downloaded. This is the latest commit, and to get started, when you download it, you're going to get a zip called Kade Community Master.zip. You want to extract it with WinRAR or whatever. And once you have it extracted, you can rename it, do whatever with it, but you need the folder extracted. I named it tutorial, and this is our folder we're going to be working with for this entire series. Very inconsistent upload schedule, but I do have a list of things I'd like to put out, because that's like the basics you can learn from there. To start off, you're going to need to install hacks, and actually, let me go ahead and grab the link. So, you're going to need hacks 4.3.6. This is very important, because I've had issues with older versions of hacks. You're going to need at least 4.3.4. Pick your operating system. We're going to be doing Windows, but this applies for Mac and Linux too, mostly. So pick your operating system right here, and then go ahead and install Git. It should pick up your operating system for you, so you can hit download for Windows and just click through it. Customize it if you want, but I wouldn't change anything because it'll work pretty much right out of the box. Same for hacks. So if you are on Linux, you might need these commands. Put them in your terminal. That's just some issues I've had with Linux, but once you have this installed, hacks and Git, if you're on Linux, you don't need this on Windows or Mac. If you have hacks and Git installed, you can go ahead and into our setup folder. We have our .bat and shell file. If you're on Windows, you can just run this bat, and in this bat it will install Lime, OpenFL, the Flixel tools and add-ons, and this workaround for Hacks UI layering being broken. And Hacks VLC, that's our video player, and Polymod for our mod core mod support. If you don't want to do, if you want to make like a simple mod without programming really, then I'll probably make like another series about mod core. But it's really cool. You don't need to learn all this if you're using mod core, so it's a pretty good starter introduction to programming in Friday Night Funkin'. So Polymod uses a custom version of it because we use HackScript improved, and Polymod, normal Polymod doesn't like this HackScript, so that's why it's scriptless. TJSON, I don't think it's used anymore. here, so I'll probably remove it. It's fine to install, but I forgot to remove it, so whatever. Hex UI and Hex UI Flixel. These are the UI elements for the chart editor, stage editor, and gameplay editor. So they're pretty neat. Link LuaJIT is the Lua support for Lua mod charts. So like, if we go to tutorial, it has a Lua mod chart, but that's not really needed right now. I already made a video about it, but that was a long time ago, so it's pretty much the same mostly. And Hex Discord RPC is the Discord-rich presence when you're playing the game. So anyway, you can run this, and it'll basically say, hey, make sure Hex is installed. Hit enter, and it will install all these for you. There might be issues with an antivirus, because I have had issues in the past. Maybe try installing, like opening a terminal and just installing these one by one. But I already have everything installed for this video, so yeah, I'm trying to make it like pretty short. So it will run all of this for you, and then make sure you have Git installed. It'll give you the link for it, and then it will install all of these for you. If this is your first time compiling on Windows, this is only for Windows. You don't need this for Mac or Linux. For Mac, you'll need like Xtools or whatever. I don't have a Mac, I can't confirm it, but if you're on Windows, which this bat is for, then, and you haven't compiled for Windows before, you're going to need this Visual Studio Community components. And it's only like 5.5 gigabytes. It'll take a couple minutes to install, but once you have it, like, you won't need to install it again forever, basically. And so, yeah, you're gonna need it. So once you have everything installed, when this is done installing, you can hit Control plus like the key right above Tab. I'll probably have it like the key and the name of it on screen right now. But if you press that, you can open up your terminal, and to compile, all you need to do is type lime test windows. And you can also do clean if you already have an export folder, but we'll get into all that later, or debug. We're just kind of like a normal compile, because we don't really need debug. We're not doing anything right now. We're just getting it to compile. But compiling for the first time, it will make an export folder for you with the platform, or the version it is. We're in our release version, Windows and bin. This is our game folder. Nothing's in it yet because it hasn't compiled it yet, but this will compile really fast for me because I have a little cache for it. So in order to make this cache, see, it's already done. It took a couple seconds. I'll close out of this for now, but in this PC OS, I have a Hack C++ thing with cache, and what this is it takes everything in this object and hacks folder. It'll cache it for me, so it won't take like 15-20 minutes to compile. It only took like a couple seconds. And how you can do this is, it's the Hack C++ cache. And what you need to do is you want to go to this PC OS users, whatever user you're on. This is me. And you should see this config.xml. And in here, this is stuff you probably don't want to touch. probably. But in order to turn on the cache, you just want to copy paste this in, and you can change this location to wherever, but I'm using the default because it works for me. This value 4000 is in megabytes, so that's 4 gigabytes, 5, 6, 7, and so on. But 4 works for me. I'm a little running out of storage at the moment, so 4 gigabytes works, and you can cache your libraries, Flixel, Lime, OpenFL. I cache Hex VLC because I can. You don't have to, but really, Lime and OpenFL are the big ones that you want to cache. Flixel is optional. So we compiled our game. Usually it'll take like 15-20 minutes, and you'll see a bunch of text and like stuff flying through the terminal, and once you get to like compiling group hacks, like around here, you're probably fine. Like it's about to finish. And so it will take a minute because it has to load hacks again, like it has to get it back up and running. A couple extensions I would use are code docs, because you can make comments. So like if I do slash this is a code docs, and if you hover over this class update, this is the GitHub action script. If we hover over this, that's really neat for organization, and I do that every so often. Yeah, code docs really useful. Discord presence, optional. Hacks isn't optional. I'm sure it is optional, but like for coding in hacks in Visual Studio Code, not Visual Studio Community. This is Visual Studio Code. This is like really good for coding in Visual Studio Code. Extension pack. This is just codocs, hacks, and the debugger. And we'll get to the debugger in like a future episode or whatever, but it gives you a bunch of debug information when you're compiling in debug. It's really useful. But yeah, you can install these one by one. You don't need the pack. Hungry delete is quality of life, because I don't like, hitting enter and then like delete, 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 delete. I can just go delete and that entire line is gone. That's really neat. JSON formatter. If you work with a lot of JSON files and it gets to be really messy, like this, you can just format it and it will clean it up for you and look better. And Lime isn't as important, but you might want it anyway. But anyway, we have our game. It's compiled and it works. We have all of our songs in a completely vanilla state of the game. We have not changed anything here so far, but you can play around, do whatever. In the next episode, we'll be adding songs and charts to the engine in free play, so we can add our own songs from here. But yeah, that will be it for today's video. Like and subscribe, and more content will be out soon, hopefully.